Alright, are we live? Are we going? You see me okay? Why does I keep doing that? Stupid thing. Just give me a minute. YouTube is experiencing technical difficulties. Nope, that's okay, we are live. Just have that there. We'll wait a couple of minutes for a lot of other people to come up. Someone just sent me a heart. Oh, thank you very much, whoever that was. Let's crack open Miss Stella. Or wife beater as they call it. It's weird watching myself. I'm signed in on my iPad as my other channel, Pro Gamer 007. So it's weird watching me watch myself. We got 3 people, that's good. Bit of a runny nose. How are we all doing this evening? Or whatever time it is where you are. It's currently 1 minute past 10 PM over here, UK time. Or Greenwich Mean Time +1 because the clock's changed recently. They went forwards 1 hour. So I can't see anything in my glasses. They're a bit smudgy. Need like a proper glasses cloth. That's better. Alright, so might as well start this off. So yes, hey guys, Henry here. Welcome to my first ever live stream Q&A video. This evening, excuse me, I'm just going to be editing together the thumbnails for next week's batch of videos. The Porsche Macan GTS, the yellow Audi TTS convertible, and the blue Peugeot Bipper TP. So yes, let's load up the website I use to edit my thumbnails together. It's canva.com. Oh, it includes the thumbnail of the ID Buzz with Buzz Lightyear already. Alright, upload files, they're already there, that's good. Tomorrow is Earth Day, and I know uploading a twin-turbo V6 Porsche Macan GTS isn't exactly the best car. Excuse me, I do beg my pardon. It's not exactly the best car to be uploading on an environmentally friendly day, but twin turbos do play their part in making your fuel economy great. So it's going to be about there in the center. I want to make sure it's absolutely pin perfect by measuring the distance between the edges of the picture by using some squares. I want to get rid of that. I'm always very OCD about my thumbnails. If you have any questions you want to ask me, then feel free to chat away in the chat. Not sure anyone will be commenting because my live streams are about as popular as my Flight Sim X live streams. Stop jumping around, you stupid page. That looks about pretty good. Oh no, it's miles off. Silly me. What's great about my mouse is I can adjust the sensitivity of it. So it can either be really quick or really slow, depending on what I'm doing. a bit. It's a very quiet evening, not got much else to do. That's the bottom of the tire. Just a bit more. Editing thumbnails is it's just the shop shutting downstairs. Yeah, editing thumbnails is the most boring part of doing YouTube. Because like I said, I always like them to be perfect. Is that a bit higher than that bit? No, that's it. Oh, it's a bit off centre, so I'll have to adjust it. Move it down a little bit. Oh, my light just flickered. I think, you know what, as a mark of respect for Earth Day tomorrow, I might schedule the Macan GTS to upload on the Tuesday. Is that? I'll move it down a little bit. Yeah, that'll do. Oh, we're down to one person watching again. My phone's got enough charge in it though, so we'll keep this going for as long as I can. Ooh, that's so close. Move it to the right a bit. Yeah, that looks pretty good. All right, the thumbnail for the Macan GTS is done. That didn't take too long. Download in JPEG form. Quality 1920 by 1080. Alright, next is the Titty Roadster. It looks so good with the roof down. What was that colour called? Like racing yellow or something? Can't remember. Oh, hello. Henry, will you make a 1-year anniversary video of your Ford Fiesta, says Wayne H. I probably will. Yeah, it has been nearly a year since I bought it. I bought it on the, when was it? The 23rd of May, 2023, last year. remember getting the train all the way to Southport Station and then driving it back along the motorway. And I got about 60 miles to the gallon. So yeah, it was quite a nice journey to get to know it. So yeah, I definitely will do a 1 year anniversary of my Ford Fiesta. So thank you, Wayne H, for your question. We're going down to London in it very soon, because my dad turns 60 on the 4th of June, and on the 7th he'll be holding a big birthday party in London. Very posh, so I'll definitely be driving down to London for the weekend. I've driven down to London a few times. The top of the roll hoop far higher than the windscreen. It's about 50-50, isn't it? Oh, hello. Tango Bango asks, which do you prefer, the Maserati Ghibli diesel or the BMW 640D? That's a good question. Don't really know much about the two, but I'd say the Maserati Ghibli has more presence to it, and obviously Maseratis aren't a very common brand. Don't see many of them in the UK. As for the BMW 640D, I would say that's a bit more of a sporty drive, because obviously BMWs are supposed to be sporty. So in terms of performance and luxury, the Maserati Ghibli. In terms of sporty handling, the BMW 640D. Thank you very much for your question, by the way. I've reviewed a Maserati Ghibli before. A dark blue one at the Junction Auto Park. The light keeps flickering. 2022 was a fun year for me. Did film a couple of Ferraris, a F12 Berlinetta and a California T, California Turbo. That's so close. Excuse me. Oh, what's wrong with me this evening? Oh, dearie me. I feel like I'm gonna die. Perfect. Should have really done these earlier in the week. I've been super busy with work and everything. I have had a busy week. So close. Speaking of BMW, I was just thinking about something just then. My grandparents, in like the mid 2010s, had a 520D. So I think it was shortly after the back then generation of 5 Series came out. They had a 2010 520D for a while. Can't exactly remember what trim level it was. It might have been an SE, not an M Sport, because it didn't have sat nav. Yeah, I remember that car very well. Unfortunately, my granddad passed in August 2020, but my grandma still lives on, and she now drives a Volvo XC60. A fine car. Has the wrong engine though, she has a D4 engine. And I always say, if you're going to have a big Volvo, might as well have the D5 engine. Is that centered enough? Oh, for God's sake. In fact, you know what? Nope, too far. There, that'll do. Alright, TTS, convertible, roadster, whatever you call it, thumbnail is done. So it's one more to go, the Bipper TP. Actual Alien asks, why did YouTube suddenly have a problem with your formats after all this time? I believe it's because I take my inspiration from a very popular American car YouTuber named Saab Kylo 4 of North Carolina, USA. He's obviously been doing videos for many, many years. He's got over 1 million subscribers. And I've only been doing car reviews on my YouTube channel since June 2021. And back then, I decided to adopt a similar style of filming process to him. And I read an article in YouTube's community guidelines about impersonation. So from January 2022 onwards, I decided to scale down and do things a bit differently. But I still do videos in a very similar way to his, you know, full vehicle tours, showing off every bits of the interior, radio, all the buttons, all the knobs and gadgets, and exterior and so on. So yeah, I think that's why. But the reason I started doing car reviews in YouTube 3 years ago is because I suffer from autism. And back then I was doing a delivery job for a package company called Yodel. And I was doing rounds in my own car, like using my own car to deliver parcels to other people's houses. And because of my autism, when I knock on the door, if I'm delivering in like a council estate that has a lot of families and there are a lot of small kids, you know, I'm just a bit afraid that, like, when I knock on the door, all the young kids will start making a fuss like, "Mummy, there's a stranger at the door." Ah. You know, when children, especially young children, when they start crying and, you know, there's just that ear-piercing noise of ah, that really, really gets to me. It's like nails on a chalkboard or someone shoving a rusty screwdriver into your head. Yeah, I do what I can to go about my daily life, and doing car videos on YouTube in a very specific way helps me get through it. It's kind of like my therapy, if you will. Anyway, it's probably getting a bit boring, but I've got one more thumbnail to do. One more of these to do. Le Bipper TP. Love to meet the person who came up with the name Bipper TP for a people carrier. A van / hatchback. A vanback, if you will. I opened this bit, I haven't even touched it. Don't know why I've got a runny nose all of a sudden. Excuse me. nearly there. That looks about right. I'll do. Oh, it's not very clear, is it? Josh Bacon asks, what was the greatest car your parents had ever owned during your childhood? That's a very good question. I can remember going back, my mum had a 1996 Volvo 940 Estate in silver with the 2.4 litre turbo diesel 6-cylinder engine and an automatic gearbox. It sounded like a tractor, but that was the first car I can remember my mum ever owning. And my dad had a Saab 9.5 Estate. One thing I can remember about it was the ignition key was down on the centre console, and because it was a manual, you had to put the gearbox in reverse before you can take the key out. That was a Saab thing that they did in the olden days. And then it got a 2004 XC90, and we've also owned a Nissan Primera. My dad has also owned a 2008 BMW Z4, which he still has today, a 2010 XC90, and my mum's had various Volvos, a 2003 XC70, a 2014 XC70, and currently she has a 2018 V90 Cross Country. So yeah, we have owned a lot of cars over the years. If I have to pick one, it would be the 2003 XC70 in navy blue, reg plate OV03OEL. Had a sunroof, it had black leather interior, it had the old-fashioned phone on a cord in the centre console, and it had the early pop-up sat-nav screen. And in the back, the middle seat would fold up into a picnic table with 2 little cup holders. Yeah, we went everywhere in that car. We drove all the way from Ayrshire in Scotland to Bordeaux in the south of France. That was quite a road trip. That was August 2009, so shortly before I turned 11. I was such a cool kid at the age of 11. Had a Lego themed birthday party. Was obsessed with Lego in the olden days. I was quite mad as well. But yes, 2003 Volvo XC70. Just a little bit. Ooh. So close. Yeah, still a little bit off center. Strato 777 asks 747 or A380. A380 definitely. The 747's been around for a while now, and they've most aircraft companies have retired it, but the A380 still lives on. So A380. Actually, if you had a 40k budget, what new car would you buy? Range Rover Sport. I'd get a used one as an autobiography with either an SDV6 or 5-litre supercharged V8. Or I'd get a facelift version. I reckon you could get a decent Range Rover Sport for 40k. Obviously, they would cost $1 million in maintenance. The sooner I get this bloody Peugeot TP thumbnail done, the better. Looks like that. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, that'll do. Not going to get any more perfect than that, realistically. There we are, 3 new thumbnails done. Actually, let's just go back. Just double check. Yeah, that'll do. Been at this for long enough. All done. Huzzah. What shall I do for the next 20 minutes? I don't know. I don't know what I'll do. I'll post, email them to myself so I can get them on my iPad. Yeah. Email sent. There it is. There we go. So I'll post them after I've finished this Q&A. So what should we do now? Don't know. My PC room is a bit of a mess. I haven't got a bin in here, so I've got weeks worth of beer cans, drinks cans and crisp packets littering the floor. I play the piano. That's my portable charger. In fact, oh no, it's not there. Basically, I went to the Haynes Motor Museum a few months ago, where Drive Tribe was holding a live event, and I actually met Richard Hammond. I did like a voice memo so I could always remember me meeting him. And I was going to play it for you, but unfortunately it's in my sounds folder on my phone, and I'm afraid if I exit YouTube it will stop the live stream. So I was just trying to see if I can find it on my iPad. It is sadly not here. Anyway, if no one's got any questions, I might end this live stream soon, because it's nearly 11:15 and I'm ready for bed. Very tired. Can hear a plane flying overhead. Don't know if you can hear that. That's an Emirates Boeing 777. It's travelling from Dublin to Dubai. It's already at 32,000 feet. I can still hear it like it's right outside. Scary. Oh dear. Oh, hello. Actual alien again. How do you pick what cars to film or videos offer you certain models? I go and pick the cars that I decide to film. Just something interesting, or something that I've not done for a while, or something I've never done before. Like the other day I filmed at the Llandudno Junction Car Centre in Llandudno Junction, and I filmed a 2006 Mini convertible. I know I did a 2010 Mini convertible fairly recently, but the 2010 model had the updated interior, where it had the air conditioning controls in the shape of the Mini badge. But the 2006 model had the very early dashboard with old-fashioned heater controls. So yeah, I thought I might as well do another Mini convertible. And also did a 2010 Ford Focus, because the last generation of that type of Ford Focus I filmed was 2 years ago at the Woods of Wirral Motor Company. That was the Focus RS, the white one. And I also did a 2019 Mazda 6, simply because Mazda's a very sensible brand, and the inside of that generation of Mazda 6 was so exquisite and so well built. Like, it had leather on the dashboard, and it was just built very strongly. So thank you, Actual Alien, for your questions. Heard something. What was that? Excuse me. Spare PC monitor I have lying around. Ah, the door's stuck. Oh, it's an owl. Oh my god, that sounds scary. Shut up. Oh, it's cold out there. Don't know if you could hear that. I used to be terrified of owls when I was younger. I always used to go into my mum and dad's room and set up a camp bed at the end of their bed. I'm 25 now. 26 nearly. Anyway, we've been at this for 50 minutes now, so I think I might call it quits. So yes, thank you very much for watching this live stream Q&A of me talking about why I do car reviews on YouTube in a certain way, and what I think of the Maserati Ghibli diesel and BMW 640D diesel, what my favourite cars from my childhood were that my parents drove. Sorry, I'm finding difficult things to say because of the bloody background noise. And yeah, thank you all so much for your questions, even though there weren't very many of you. Hopefully I'll do another live stream Q&A in the future. But until then, thank you so much for watching. And peace out.